Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. So glad you guys could join us once again. For those tuning in on the simulcast on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and on X, we're glad you all can be with us. Going to bring in our friends over on Instagram so they can be a part of our chat for today. And last but certainly not least, going to connect with our friends over on Amazon Live. Really excited about our musical guest. We have a little bit of everybody here on Amazon Live. So really excited about our next guest. He's going to talk to us not only about this new project, but also what it's been like for him to see his response to the music literally all over the world. And we're now live on Amazon Live with Cyrus Webb Presents. If you guys are new to us on the Amazon platform, welcome. Make sure you guys do hit that follow button. You'll see it either here in this corner or down below. You also will see some of the music by our next guest. We're really excited to welcome Reggie Braxton to our broadcast today. We're going to talk to him not only about his love of music, but also he has this brand new project that's out right now, the BRAX-TONE Experience, the deluxe edition. You all can see it there on the Amazon side. For those of you joining us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, you'll see the link there. We'll also let you guys know how to stay connected with Reggie. Reggie, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I'm just really honored, Cyrus, get a chance to have a conversation with you and let everyone know about my passion, which is this music. Yeah. So I'm honored and really excited about this opportunity.
Look, I appreciate that. Reggie, I was visiting Los Angeles with our mutual friend, Makita Smith, and I was doing an interview with her, actually. And she told me, she says, I just started working with this artist, and she was telling me about you, and I pulled your music up there while we were together, and I said, we got to get him on the Amazon show. So I was really excited about this opportunity. Reggie, let's begin there, because music has a way, I feel like, of bringing people together in ways that very few things can. What has it been like for you to see the way that people responded to your music all over the world?
Well, I tell you, it's a dream come true, Cyrus. This is something that I prayed for, always wanted to happen. To see it come into fruition is it's surreal. It's just really amazing. So to get that type of feedback, as you said, from all over the world, it's hard to put that in words. I can't tell you how excited I am about it and how blessed I feel that I've had this opportunity to share my music, which is what I always wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. And you've been able to do it from project to project. And we're talking about, as I mentioned, the BRAX-TONE Experience, the deluxe edition today. But you have other music that our audience can find here on Amazon if they scroll there in the carousel there. Have you always known that music was a gift for you, Reggie, that you had been given?
This is funny how each person I talked to is a different story. So the first time really was my brother, who was deceased. He was a year younger than me. Mm-hmm. And I said, Mike, I really think I could sing, and he was brutally honest. And so I remember singing something to him. I don't remember what the song was. He says, no, Reggie, you really can sing, so that was kind of birth of that. And so, I always sung to myself. I think music is a very personal thing, and you sing to yourself, and then you eventually want to share that with others. So, yeah. But from a very young age, I knew that I wanted to do this.
Yeah. And now here you are doing it, and you've been able to do it in a way that you've been able to connect not only with different audiences, Reggie, but also different generations. Talk to us about that experience. What has it been like for you to see how people of different ages have responded to your music?
Well, that's a really good question. It has been really nice because to see, from the younger generation, people really compliment you and say, hey, I really like your music, as well as people who are older. So it's been real flattering. And some of the songs I've did was some of the newer things that are out, and young artists that I really admire, like Lucky Day and Drake, some of these younger people that are doing things. So, each song I do is a song that I really love. And so people put me in the jazz, R&B, but I really like all I get favorites in every genre pretty much. Yeah. If I can say that. I had a funny story. I was writing a new song, mm-hmm. and I let my grandson hear it, and he says, "Granddad, you got a hit." so that really tickled me. I said, "Boy, you you ready to ask me for something, I know.
Right. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Makita, there she is. She's joining us over on YouTube. Hello to you, Makita. Good to be able to see you. Over on Instagram, hello to you, Dawson Shed. Good to be able to see you. That brings up a really good point, though, Reggie. Social media. I mean, you were creating music at a time before social media was really, I think, as instrumental as it is now for introducing artists and everything. What has that been like for you to see the role that social media has played in helping to get your music out to new audiences?
Well, it's real exciting. I think that like anything else, when you first get into it, you're a little uncomfortable with it. But, you don't have to be that smart to realize how important social media is. And really, it's a great opportunity to put you all over the world.
Yeah.
And so one thing I remember reading while I was on the plane, and that's when they used to have magazines. And I read something on Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam, and he says, you always got to keep you some young talent around. And so that could keep that model of what they presented. So, having the younger generation around helping you with the social media, really showing you some of the ins and outs, it's been real exciting. So I do understand the importance of it.
Love that. So again, as I mentioned, our audience can see it on the screen here, Reggie. The BRAX-TONE Experience Deluxe is the new project. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the playlist for our audience if they have not had a chance to see the new project, to learn about it. How did this particular project come about, Reggie?
Well, a good friend of mine, Jay Powell, who is really a great writer, and wrote the smash hit of Something's Going On. So I've known him. I'm actually his son's godfather. And so we have been talking about it, and he says, hey, man, let's go ahead and make this happen, And so that really was kind of springboarded this thing into reality, right? I wanted to do it, but this really put the pressure on me to go ahead and get it done. So that's how it really sprang. But this is something I've always wanted to do. But to, like anything else, you just got to put the time in it and get it done. I have a business and everything, so trying to separate your time. But it was important enough to me to really get this project done. But it was just a work of love, though.
Yeah.
So,
you speak about it being a work of love, Reggie, but if people listen to the songs really do tell a story. You have songs like, I'm going to highlight for our Amazon audience, Can I Take You Out Tonight? And then you have the song Take Me Away, Lady Wants to Know. I mean, for yourself, did you see it as almost an album of love too?
There's no question about it. It's like I could have named this my favorite things or my favorite songs, because everything on here is a favorite, So people say, well, what is your, if you have to pick one, which one would you pick, or you pick two? It's like asking your kids, okay, which one of these are your favorite kids? You know what I'm saying? So that's a challenging question to answer, because I love all the songs that are on there, and I really do. I find myself listening to my own music a lot, and really enjoying what I'm doing, and excited about creating new music as well.
Love that. Well, I'm glad that our audience have a chance to be able to get it. I want to reset real quick, Reggie, and say, for those who are just tuning in, welcome. You all are watching Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live, but we are simulcasting on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and on Instagram. We're excited to welcome a recording artist, Reggie Braxton, to our broadcast today. We're talking with him not only about his musical journey, but also his newest project you guys see there on the screen, that being a BRAX-TONE Experience Deluxe. You all can get it here on Amazon. And again, if you're joining us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and on YouTube, you'll see the link there. Recently, you've done some traveling, Reggie. Talk to us about that experience. I think for those of us who are not artists, we know how we feel when we hear a song by our favorite artist, or we're able to spend some time with them. What is it like for you as an artist, being up on that stage and feeling that energy from those in the room?
It was I had the blessing or the pleasure to be in St. Martin, and we recorded, did a live recording in St. Martin at a place called a Red Piano. If you ever been to St. Martin, it's such a beautiful place. And so it was a live audience. You had people from all over the world, and to see their reception of my music, of a song. And this is very interesting here. So when we first walk into place, they were really turned way up. You know, they had all of the, you know, the upbeat and it was really rocking. You know what I'm saying? And so so I said, okay. Friend Jay was saying, Reggie, you know, you're gonna have to figure out how to get them, you know, to get into your thing. So for whatever reason, I felt very confident. And so when I came out on stage and I told them what we were doing, we were recording a video and just really wanted to support. So I had a chance to talk to them a little bit, get them going. And then when we started playing the music, it was like, I mean, it was very flattering, you know. And then when we scanned you could go through the audience, you could see how people were just really enjoying the music. So it was really a great experience to see that, and then to have it filmed and come back and see it come back at you. It's just really hard to express how great that felt.
Yeah,
when people all over too, different races. You know, a lot of times, you know, you come down and maybe the female, but even the guys were saying, man, hey, man, we really like your sound. You know, you got your own thing going. You know, how can we get your music? So it was excellent.
Yeah, I love that. I want to say hello to my mom. My mom's watching over on Facebook, Reggie. Hey, Mom. Good to be able to see you. Glad you could join us over there. You bring up a point, which is why I asked you that question in the beginning, Reggie, because I felt like as a guy listening to this that I remember when I interviewed Kenny Lattimore, and he said that his music, he feels like, is for the hearts of women, but the minds of men. And I think about that with this project, BRAX-TONE Experience, because you're saying the words the women want to hear, but the guys wish they knew how to say. So you're kind of giving them a playbook here, Rick.
Yeah,
is that part of what you've heard too?
I have. It's you know, it's kind of hard to explain, but I've always had you know, both men and women will really compliment me on what I'm doing, you know. And coming from Detroit, you have a lot of people who are really connoisseurs of music, and they're not just really handing out compliments. So you know, so to be able to come through that environment and have people give you a stamp, say, hey, you know, I remember this guy who was really his name was Teddy Harris, and I had been studying in one of my first gigs I had with Teddy Harris Bebop Society, and these guys were in the band. All these guys eventually went on to be really great musicians, working with just a lot of great people. Stevie Wonder, these guys, it was just a really great group of guys who were very talented. And I remember Teddy, and after gigging for a while, I started getting some of the same gigs he was on. He said, well, Reggie, you're there, man. You're a professional now. So that was like something that was you know, it was very meaningful for me. It gave me the confidence to go ahead and continue what I was doing. And these guys were, I think, worldwide musicians.
Yeah, I think that is the big thing. Blessed Elaine, hello to you over there on IG. Appreciate you being with us as well. Appreciate all the hearts over there too on the Amazon side. Appreciate you guys being with us. If you guys have any questions or comments for Reggie, make sure you guys put those in the chat. So Reggie, I want to talk about where we find ourselves. We're here now in the last quarter of 2025, which is crazy to even think about. What are you looking forward to as this year wraps up? What do you have in plan?
Well, what I'm hoping for is that my music comes across the person who hears it, that can help me take it to another level. Certainly, Cyrus, this is one of the opportunities here that I feel blessed to have, even talking to you. But we just hope to have someone as an independent artist. You really need that someone who can that machine, for lack of better words, to put you out where people can hear it. So it's numbers. So we get it out to a big number of people. You know, I think we would fare okay. You know, so that's the plan there. We're doing a lot of marketing and things to promote the record, and then, you know, get people who are working for me as well, trying to get those ears I was talking about, and trying to get the feedback, whereas people want to make a commitment on working with Reggie Braxton.
Yeah, love that. Well, let me just say this. It kind of goes full circle to how we began this conversation, Reggie, when I said I was there with Makita when she was telling me about you. You're definitely in good hands with her. I can attest to that for sure. One thing about Makita, you can expect Makita to take you places. So
Yeah,
I've learned that firsthand,
yeah,
for sure. But I love what you said too, because it really does become almost a person to person thing, right? So I want to say to our audience out there, if you all have been enjoying the conversation, make sure you guys head over to Amazon. Of course, it's on some of the other retailers as well, but here we're on Amazon, so I have to talk about Amazon here. Make sure you guys get BRAX-TONE Experience, the deluxe edition here. Check out some of the other music by Reggie Braxton here too, and make sure you're telling other friends about it too. Reggie is all over the place. You can find him on social media. He's on YouTube as well. So make sure you guys check him out there. Reggie, really appreciate this opportunity to be able to have you on the program, and looking forward to having you back again, man.
thank you. I just want to give a quick shout out.
Yeah,
That's one
sure.
thing. Yet for Makita, she has been exceptional, as you're saying, and of course, she made this thing happen here. But somebody asked me before, one of the great things that happened, she sent my music out for people to critique and give their opinion on the music. So to hear people who were professional listeners to come back and just really describe your voice and the music, it was very flattering. So that was really, I just want to give a shout out to her. That was really one of the high points, as well as this interview.
Yeah. Well, look, we appreciate that, and definitely looking forward to staying connected. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.